how are you? I'm so happy that you have subscribed to my newsletter and that you're listening to this video, and I'm just excited to share this with you. So one of my favorite topics is nutrition, because that was a life changer for me, a game changer. I used to be a marathon runner, and I thought nothing of coming in after a 20-mile run and having, I don't know, muffins, cookies, pizza, whatever. Yeah, I was skinny, but I wasn't really fit, and I had virtually no muscles. So when I started competing, I realized that I needed to eat, and I needed to eat really good food in order to have the energy and build the muscle. So that's what I'm sharing with you today in this newsletter. And I hope that you take the time to read through, because these principles they really will help you. So first of all, you need to keep it real. You need to keep it simple. We're concentrating here on the macros. It's protein, carbohydrates, and healthy fats. And having those in proportion makes the difference between, having muscle or having no muscle, having high body fat, having low body fat. What I tell my clients is you want to have your protein to be the bulk of what you take in. So lean protein is going to be, I'm going to say about 40%. You really wouldn't want to go below 35%. And then the rest of the percentage is your carbohydrates and your fats. So you're probably asking, well, how do I know the percentage? A good way, there's some calculators, but MyFitnessPal has worked well for me. You just track the food, and then there's a section where you go in, and it's going to give you your nutrition, and it's going to tell you, okay, you're at 40% protein or 30% protein, and then you can adjust from there. I don't recommend for tracking for long periods of time. That can be psychologically difficult, time consuming, but it's a good eye-opener, it's a good awareness, because when you start putting your food in, you begin to realize, okay, here are the hidden fats and calories, and you get a keen understanding of what your body needs. So even to do it for a week, 2 weeks, and then implement the program on your own. So you want that protein to be the bulk. Carbohydrates, the rule of thumb with carbohydrates and fats is if carbohydrates go up, fats go down, and vice versa. So that is your energy source, and that's what you play with. So for instance, for a for a keto diet, you're going to have higher fat and virtually no carbohydrate. You're going to get all your energy from fats. You would not want to have both up at the same time. A very basic, like a medium carb would be, 30% carbohydrate, 20% fat, right around in there, and again, your 40% protein. The other thing to remember is that, life happens, so you have to be realistic. You have to understand that, being perfect isn't, that's not always going to happen. Yeah, when we're prepping for a competition, when I prep for a comp, I've got to keep it super clean, but it's for this minute window of time. Most of the year, when I'm in an off season, I'm eating kind of an 80-20% plan. So what I mean by that is it's about 80-20. So 80% you're going to have whole foods. So that's going to be your lean protein, your sweet potato, your brown rice, the olive oil, the almonds, all of the whole foods. And then you have 20% where you're having birthdays, you're having parties, you're going out to dinner. You have a cookie, you have a little bit of pasta. It's just that little bit of just relaxing just a bit and having some things into your diet that you would not normally have. And that's what I suggest to people. It keeps it real. Psychologically, it helps you to stay on track, because you're not thinking, oh, I'm being deprived, I'm not going to have these foods. They're there. They're always going to be there, and you don't want to have that deprivation mindset. So read through what I put forth in this little plan. It's just very basic. I don't even use weighing ounces or grams. I use a fist or a hand to measure out how much protein, how much carb, how much fibrous vegetables that you would eat. Just to kind of eyeball it. So if you're at a restaurant, okay, here's my lean protein, here's my vegetable. You kind of learn to eyeball those things, and it's really, really helpful. And again, you know, keeping your mindset positive, that's another part of this. If you're giving your body negative messages, then your body is going to respond to that. The body follows the mindset, and I've learned this. I've learned it from watching people compete, watching myself compete. If you have any negativity, it's going to show. It shows on stage every single time. So it's the same with this. If you go into this with a negative mindset, like, oh, I have no willpower, oh, I can never do this, oh, I can't stop. You're not going to stop. You're not going to have any willpower. Your body is going to follow suit. So you have to take control of that. And control comes from these daily habits. It's a little bit every day. I didn't start out eating the way I eat now. There's no way. I had a lot of problems with it. I had a lot of backsliding, a lot of cravings. But I will tell you that I stuck with it and I didn't give up, and I just kept making those changes little by little by little. And now, honestly, I can tell you it's easy. It's not a hard thing. I don't feel deprived. I love prepping for competitions. I love the food that I eat and how I feel. It's just a complete mindset shift, but it took me years to get here. I've been doing this for 6 years, so give yourself a little bit of time, but at the same time, hold yourself accountable. You know, set a daily goal, a weekly goal. It's those small steps that make a big, big difference. Let me know if you have questions. I would love to hear from you. If you implement any part of this, let me know how it worked for you. Have a wonderful week. Thank you. Bye-bye for now.